What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to GmiasWorld. Today we're going to be talking about the Madden 21 beta review. For those of you guys that still have not received a beta code, what you're going to have to do is probably follow EA Sports _MUT and look for further details. There are several people giving them out that EA Sports has given a lot of codes to. I really hope that a lot of you guys signed up when I told you guys about the video. I myself received mine through email because I was able to sign up for it. I did put the video out. Some of you guys were able to get it. Some of you guys weren't able to see it soon enough. I tried to get it out as soon as possible, but I think that what happened was after the influx of people trying to get it after the video, they pretty much closed it. So again, I'm going to go over a couple things with it based on the details that I saw. You know, I've been actively playing it, so I'm going to give you guys my feedback with it, what you guys can expect from me, what you can expect depending on your level of skill, etc., etc. We're going to go over all of that stuff right now. All right, so number one, okay, make sure if you are playing the beta that you do not stream it, you do not, take any snapshots of it, you do not, like EA Sports is just waiting to ban somebody. All right, they're just sitting there waiting. Like, you ever wake up in the morning and see that bird just chilling, waiting for the worm to come out? Like, bro, like that's what they're doing. Do not get yourself caught up. It's not worth it. So just wait, follow the rules, close beta, and that's pretty much what we're going to be, trying to promote to make sure that you guys, especially none of my viewers, I don't want any of you guys getting banned, so definitely make sure that you're not streaming it, you're not doing anything, posting pictures, etc., etc. All right, so now, I'm going to go through my notes right now as we take a look at some of the things that are going on. Based off of Madden 20, I'm going to be just taking down, I took notes based on what I've been doing currently in Madden 20. I know a lot of you guys are asking, what about the mouse action? I'm going to get to that in a second. All right, so what I'm going to start off with is the first thing that I tried to do. I tried to spam R1 and see if I get more speed. It doesn't work. Bruh, the dude, who did I have? I forgot who I was using. I used the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, all right? And it was Gronkowski as my right outside receiver because I was trying to see, what's going on as far as the height factor goes. Did I just move somebody where they're not supposed to be? I don't know what just happened there. That's on me. Let me put Calvin back where he's supposed to be. So pretty much what happened was this, right? I tried to spam R1 because I was trying to go for 6. The dude was extra slow. He did not get any boost. That is done. I'm going down like symmetrically with the way that I have my notes written. All right, so that was the first thing, right? So let me go ahead and put a check mark on that. Number 2, the passing game is extremely easy. Now, I know you guys are like, yo, but you didn't get to the moss. I'm going to get to the mossing like towards the end because I have to explain exactly what's going on with that. But I'm just going to let you guys understand. The passing mechanics, especially if you use the Buccaneers are going to be the most used team. If you come out in regs to get a club championship or whatever, use the Bucs. Like Tom Brady has everything, all the hot routes. He has conductor. He has all that weird stuff. It's going to be very good. You guys may notice also that there are more than 3 when it comes to certain things going on the field. I don't know what that's going to mean for MUT. But there's a lot of superstar abilities on that Tampa Bay Buccaneers team, and you have a couple of X factors, so it's more than the 3. I know like the Eagles had, offensive linemen that were extra this year too, but again, I don't know what that means for Madden Ultimate Team. All right, so like getting back to what I was talking about now, pretty much the passing game is very easy. Now, if you guys want to know exactly what I was running, I was running wide trips, all right? And I was utilizing different routes because obviously Tom Brady can, create different routes. The post route seems to still be able to get open on man and zone. We had some out routes. I tried some ins. All of that stuff still works. I don't know if they're going to tune the game differently. I don't know what's going to happen as far as that goes. I was able to score with no problem. So if the game stays the way that it is, it's so easy to score. You don't even need to moss dudes. Because now on man-to-man coverage, I did get picked once on an in route with man-to-man coverage, but I didn't time it right. It looks like the defenders are a little bit smarter, but for the most part, the routes that are supposed to beat man coverage, it looks to beat man coverage, which is why it's advantageous now to pass the ball. The run game, I ran the ball several times. I did read option with thing there. What playbook was that? With the Seattle Seahawks playbook. I did some read option as well. It looks like it's very similar to 20. I did not use Lamar Jackson yet. He's one of the teams that are available. He has, Baltimore Ravens are one of the teams that are available for use. Not all the teams are available. I didn't use him yet in the read option scheme. I will try that out. I just wanted to go ahead and get this information out because I asked you guys on Twitter via @GmiasWorld what your opinions on the game was. So I wanted to go ahead and give you guys my feedback, so that's why I'm doing this now. I will go and check out Lamar Jackson and give you guys feedback on that if that's something that you're interested in. If you would like feedback on the way Lamar Jackson moves in the Madden 21 beta, please feel free to let me know in the comment sections, and I will get on with that as well. I still have Madden 20 content, by the way, that's going to be coming to you guys very, very soon. So now, getting back to the run game. The run game seems a little toned down because the way that the mechanics of the controller is, I don't like it. I don't like the fact that triangle is truck. Like, I was doing things so weird. I was trying to do a stop and go. I pressed L2. I started celebrating. I fumbled. There's a lot of different things that are going on. I don't like that mechanic with the controllers. I think that you guys probably feel the same way for the most part. Let me know about that as well in the comments. That part I don't really like. But I do like the fact, you know, the dead leg, some of the new additions to what was going on. You know, pretty much, I'm going to go ahead and say if they leave a lot of those things in place, it'll make it easier to do a combination of moves, but it'll take some getting used to. I just don't like the fact that truck is triangle. All right, that's like, it's crazy. And then all the celebrations with the L2, and I was like more of like the stop for the break thing, that's going to be kind of an issue. But we have to see how that works. If it takes some adapting to, it takes some adapting to. All right. Overall, with the way the game moves, it does move a lot slower, especially with the user, which we'll get to that, the defensive user. I'll go ahead and get to that in a second. But I'm going to talk about something very, very specific that's going to drive you nuts. You know, it's going to probably make you very, very happy if it works for you. It's going to frustrate you if your opponent gets this off. The throw out of the sack. Now, I threw out of the sack several times with Tom Brady. If it was a drag route, it was accurate. Anything that's 10 yards or more up the field, it wasn't getting there, and it was almost always a pick. I like that addition, though, because if I get pressure and I'm able to hit your quarterback, it's not always going to be a sack. Now, I have a chance to like let you throw the ball, and it's going to be a turnover. That's huge for me. You see what I'm saying? Because I'm always sending maximum amounts of pressure. So that's a good look. You see what I'm saying? So that's something that I'm going to be looking to get more inclined with. I want to see exactly, you know, how that's going to work as far as how everybody's going to do it, the throwing motions, the throw power, all that stuff with the players. I can't wait to see how all of them, especially the strong arm quarterbacks, how do they get the ball off? You know what I'm saying? Is it going to go further? Are you going to be able to get those plays where you get the deep play? Or how is that going to work? Is it going to just always just flop in the air and be another animation that's going to get picked? All right. Going down the line, when you go ahead and you look at the fact that in Madden 20, when I created the streaks and stretch, you know, clicking on the receiver was a huge part. They have limited the way that you can click onto your receiver and what you can actually do with that receiver. Sometimes when you click onto the receiver, you'll get no feedback from that. I think that they may change that because it doesn't make any sense for them to take away any user control. But at this point in the beta, when you click onto the player doesn't respond usually in the same animations that you were able to do with Madden 20, which was one of the ways that you were able to, you know, pretty much be able to go ahead and do certain things as far as moss a dude uncontrollably. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just something that people have to understand and make sure you take full awareness of that. You are not going to be able to actually, you know, move around back and forth and do whatever you want and get that moss action. Is there ways for you to still do it? Was I able to moss? Yes, but it's not the same exact way. But I do expect them to take a look at that user control situation and figure it out going forward. All right, guys? So that's just something that I wanted to point out and make sure you guys understand that as we go forward, that it is something that you definitely need to, you know, pay attention to as you go forward. Everything else that goes on with it, we're going to have to go ahead and see how that plays out as far as the feedback goes with the, you know, with the Madden team and how they're going to go forward with adding certain abilities for you to be able to utilize your players, you know, in the open field. Speaking of abilities, I didn't see any streak specialists. That looks like it's gone. Maybe it was too OP. Maybe, you know, I ruined it for everybody. Whatever. Dudes is mossing way too much. It is what it is. But we're going to have to go through that as they release more information about the abilities. I just didn't see it in the beta. If you guys saw it, let me know. I don't know. I didn't see anything going on. All right. So that's pretty much what's going on as far as the wide receiver click-on situation. User control with the defensive players. It does feel very, very sluggish. Now, remember, it also depends on the player that you're using. Tyrann Mathieu is not going to feel like a linebacker. And I think that that's something that people were complaining about because it didn't feel as fluid. But I did have a lot of success with the way that I was able to move around, with Tyrann Mathieu when I used the Chiefs. All right. So now when we look at Sean Taylor, right, this is something that I want to make sure that you guys understand. This is an end game card. So this is a beta. This is not something where you're going to get a user that's moving around like Sean Taylor. So we need to stop that. That's not good. That's not something that's going to happen. You're not going to get a guy like looking like this in the beta. Remember, it's regs. So you're not getting anything else out of that. So as far as the sluggishness, the safety still moved a lot faster the way that I'm used to it. But when I use it or linebacker, it was very, very sluggish. It didn't move. It wasn't as responsive as 20. I don't know if they're going to fine tune that. Depending on the speed of the linebacker, the agility, all those things. We have to wait to see how that all comes together. Very, very interested to see how that happens. But yeah, I did see an immediate difference with the way that it worked out. I absolutely did. All right, so that's just something that I wanted to make sure that everybody was aware of. You do see a difference. It's not like how it was. Like Shazier moves similar to the way that other players move in Madden 20. I don't think you're going to get that same result in 21. It's going to probably going to go by a little bit of weight. Like I said, the agility, all that other stuff. They might have other factors that are going to be a part of it. But the user control was something that was very, very different, but not too crazy where it's like, oh my God, I can't use her. I still got a lot of user picks. If you can use her, you're not going to have an issue with it. You're going to get used to it. But I do feel that they're going to tune it because in the Madden 20 beta last year, the user was a little off as well. It wasn't as fluid. And then when the game came out, it was a lot more fluid. You were able to move around a lot better. Another thing about the user, I was able to jump for a pick with the middle linebacker that right now, even though they tuned Madden 20 up, you still can't jump consistently for a pick the way that I picked that ball up as a linebacker in the Madden 21 beta. So there could be a difference in the way that people attack the ball. We have to wait to see how that works out as well going forward. So that's something that I definitely want to take a look at to kind of make sure that it all makes sense for us. All right. And then one of the things that, or the last thing on my list that I have listed is the hit sticks. Now, this was very, very huge for me. As I said, this is my initial notes. I may go back to it if you guys want to take a look at it, but pretty much if you guys are, playing the beta, I would like for you guys to flood the comment section with your feedback. And then we could probably get it to EA Sports. They do have a direct link where you can leave feedback as well. I would encourage you guys to use that as well and let me know what you think about some of the feedback that I'm giving you right now. Primarily with the hit sticks, I did not see any warp hit sticks. I did get a hit stick for a fumble when dudes is running around and trying to do weird stuff and they got hit stick, the ball came out. The lineup aspect of it seemed to be a little bit more realistic for me. I don't know if that makes sense to a lot of you guys, but for instance, when if you have like anybody like Taylor Mays, Troy Polamalu, whoever gets enforcer, and you click off, and in certain cases the player would like warp in front and hit stick people, I didn't see that at all in the beta, which is a very, very good thing for me. I didn't see any of that. I had to what I did was I lined up in front, and then I flicked up on the right stick, and it was a user hit stick because like the movement is slowed down so that you don't even need to click off. You can actually stay on now because the offensive player has a chance to make a move, and you as a defender, you can choose to make your move how you want to do it as well. So the slow down effect of the user actually helps with the user hit sticks. Just so you know, I did not try any click off hit sticks, so I don't know how that works right now. But remember, we're not dealing with MUT. We're dealing with pretty much with the way that it is. It's regs. It's a couple reg teams, and that's pretty much it. So those are some of the things that I was looking for. The mossing aspect, the user catching and stuff like that. And that's what I got from it. And now when I tell you guys that I was able to moss, it's not the same exact way. Because like I said, it's limited control, which I think will change. Because when people click on, if the player can't move, that is going to draw a lot of attention. Now, if Streak Specialist happens to not be in the game at all, that will hinder the streak route. But I believe that with 50 all new abilities and, superstar X Factors and stuff like that, they're probably going to be adding something that goes towards the vertical game. But again, if you're playing that game and you're not using the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, I believe you're doing it wrong. You know what I'm saying? Because just by the way that it's set up, Tom Brady is perfect for the way that game is. Because if you can get all the hot routes you need, if you can have the receivers with speed, you got big guys if you need to go up and get that thing, I don't see what else you need, to be honest. You know what I'm saying? So if you guys lab or you're playing the game, you're playing head-to-head or whatever you're doing, go ahead and try out that Buccaneers team. Now, to kind of, finalize my viewpoint, playing against Mahomes, he's still going to be a problem. because the dude is doing no-look dead eyes. They give you a lot more advantageous parts about like getting the ball out late, because now you can get somebody open right before you get sacked. I think he's going to be a problem. Like I said before, I have to play and see how Lamar Jackson actually is. But playing against Patrick Mahomes several times, that dude is a monster. Okay, so that's something that you guys got to look out for as well. He's probably going to be, his release is still garbage, but I'm going to tell you this right now. The way that he throws the ball is wild. And because of the delay and being able to throw out through a sack, he's going to be a problem. That's my assessment of it. All right, but overall, the fluidity of the game, the way it moves, it looks good right now. Is that, like I said, my biggest thing is if they're going to change up the controller and where like certain buttons do with the run game and setting up your blitzes and doing contains, because now to contain, you got to press the R1 and then R1 again, as opposed to L1 then R1. There's a lot of little things like that that we have to go over as we get closer to launch. But that's what I'm looking at right now. And again, I just want to know exactly what you guys are feeling about, what's your review of the Madden 21 beta? Go ahead and leave it in the comment section and let's talk about it. And still, remember, do not record, do not post pictures, do not do anything other than play it in the comfort of your own home. I'm going to see you guys and girls next time. You have an unbelievable day. One love, y'all.